What up, everybody? Give it another few minutes as we do. Oh, we already got that. Yeah, we'll do some more Donkey Kong Country 3. Give it a minute or two. We did get a new capture card. So you'll notice a huge difference in the quality. I'm kidding, it's just a 4K one. But we're future proofing ourselves, and the old one was actually breaking, so. Yeah, you know that feeling when, let's see. 2019, I got that Elgato capture card. It's, was it an HD? Yeah, it's HD60. Fixing the microphone, sorry. Um, but yeah, it was 6 years old, and I noticed not last week, but the week before, because I was sick last week. The week before, when I went to plug in the USB C, you know when you have that moment when you're like, you plug something in, and the connection just seems loose, and you're like, ah, it's probably just me. I didn't put the cord in all the way. But then, like, you realize, in fact, the cord is in all the way, and the connection is going in and out as you move. Like, not the actual cable. The cable's fine, but the socket on the capture card. So it's like, oh, it's that time. But you know what? It was an HD60. It only went up to 1080p anyway. So when we're streaming the Switch 2, it wouldn't have worked anyway. So it was kind of fate in that regard. But the capture cards haven't changed much over 6 years. They're still. I mean, literally the model number is the same. It's still an HD60. Now I just have an HD60X, and it does 4K. So one more minute. A new video goes public tomorrow, by the way. All right, let's play some Danky. Let's do Boom. So one thing, first of all, hi, if I didn't say it already. But second of all, one thing that's cool about this new capture card is, remember with the last few times we tried to stream stuff that wasn't widescreen, 4x3 old games, and it wasn't giving us a 4x3 option. It was only letting us do either 720p or 1080p. Nothing else. I used to have the option to set the video output on here to 4x3. And then suddenly one day I just didn't. And never got the setting back ever again. That was just it saying, yeah, no, we're not doing that anymore. But with this capture card, the option is back. Okay, I've 100%ed this game on real hardware. I have no shame in using Rewind, okay? But, yeah, so now if we do like another N64 stream or something like that again, or NES, we could actually have it in actual 4x3. Merry Christmas, by the way. Tweeter Girl says Happy New Year. Yeah, who else is looking to secure a Switch 2 next week? I already got mine taken care of. Yeah, no. Yeah, I got mine secured, so I'm good to go. I actually already had mine secured before I got the email invite from Nintendo. Because you know how you could sign up for the email invite? I actually got it, but it was like 3 weeks after I already secured a pre-order somewhere else, so I'm like, cool, but no, I didn't. Plus, I didn't buy it because what if I don't get it on launch through Nintendo? Because, they ship it to you, right? So you might not get it at launch. And Nintendo might expect me to use that one, so I, wouldn't be able to use the launch day one that I have secured. Because they might be like, activate the one we gave you, and then that could be a whole thing, and no. So I just didn't respond to the email. Now, even if I could get a second Switch 2, there was no way I was going to scalp it. I'd rather it go to somebody who's just like me that just wants to get a Switch 2 on the day it comes out. No fuss, just I want to Switch 2 on launch day, thank you, and that's it, I can never in good faith be a scalper. No. Again, no shame in rewinding, I've 100% of this game before. I've even beat Castlevania 1 on the actual NES, because I used to, I had a little while where I would, sit down and not really memorize the levels, but I had played it so much and gotten so many game overs that I just learned the levels. No, this is emulation. We're cheating and using the Switch. It was easier. Yeah, if you want to get a sense of what I've been playing lately. Splatoon 3, obviously. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, very good. I did play the fan translation of Miles Edgeworth 2, so I'm curious to see how the real one is. What's this one called again? Oh yeah, Unravel 2. Yeah, we've been trying to co-op that one, but that has been testing patience. Oh my god. The Mario and Luigi Brothership. That was a fun game, but oh my god, the end game does not know when to stop. No, Tweeter Girl does not have her own streaming channel. Someone was asking. I think people would watch, honestly. Opinion on the new DK design. Honestly, I like both the DK designs. I don't even know if I prefer one over the other. I thought they both looked good. But I mean, we can't be too surprised, right? Because
Sammy's trying to play.
yeah, Sammy stepped on a controller and it turned on. What was I saying? I don't know. Probably more rambling crap. There we go. Oh, I thought this. I'm thinking that's the end of the level. I'm thinking like Donkey Kong Country 1. Boop. Nothing in here. Nope. Thank you. No, I like DK's new design because I think he can show like more facial expressions, and we all knew it was coming because we saw the movie. Everybody who saw the movie was like, "Oh, he looks different. I think I know where they're going with this." So like, I really hope there's no one out there that like is a Nintendo fan. They're like, "No, wait, where's this coming from?" Like, nah, you would have known. You guys remember all the games that Kiddy Kong was in after this game? Neither does he. Yeah, if you don't recognize the Kong in the blue, that's Kiddy Kong, and he was only ever in this game. I kind of forgot about him. But he didn't really have a personality other than, like, oh, he's like Donkey Kong because he's captured in this game, so... Hold on. I'm gonna shut up for a bit and mute the mics, so because I gotta turn the volume up for this, because this game has the soundtrack for this game doesn't need to be as good as it does, but for some reason it is what it is. So I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and that rewind didn't actually happen. You just imagined it. Dixie Kong's just doing her own thing there. You know, while Kiddy Kong pulls at his sock, I'll just let Dixie do her thing. I don't know why I in the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, I always find it amusing when one of them gets stuck in like the infinite rolling glitch or whatever. I do have this game on real hardware. I have the entire trilogy on original hardware, but Super Nintendo ain't hooked up right now, so this is like 47 times easier. Also, Merry Christmas. Oh, do you hear the music? It's like a formal Christmas party kind of song. That cheat code had to have been in like a winter of '96 cheat code book. Like, oh, now that Christmas is here with your new Donkey Kong Country game, just put in the code Merry and everything's like Christmas. Those are the old days of cheat codes, man. Oh, God. Nope, 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 nope. Here we go. That's way better than crawling all the way back up. Oop. Nope. 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 Alright, hold on. This one you gotta wait. There we go. Bada boom. Yeah, that's why the bonus levels have been having a Christmas theme. So you go to on the file select screen, you put in the cheat code option, then you type in Merry, and it makes it so that all the bonus rooms have a Christmas theme, from the collectibles to the music. Don't know why, but I just think it's like a random cool cheat code. Oh, no, no, nope, nope. That's shenanigans. I play a little bit of Grand Theft Auto, but not really like a lot. Call of Duty, nah. Ugh. Where do I gotta take this dang bird? There we go. Why do you have to mirror everything I do, bird? You're the one that can fly here. Just saying. Oh, here you go. Here's the Christmas song. Ready? There you go. That's what the Christmas sheet does. I don't think that any other games in the trilogy had a cheat code that would change the theme of the bonus levels. But there you go. Oops. Yeah, you know what else came out winter of '96? Mario 64. And did Mario 64 have any cheats that made it like Christmas? I don't think so. So there you go. I always forget how to do this one. Nope. Do I lightly throw... Let's try that again. Do I lightly or slowly throw it down here? Nope, not up there. No. Give me that. Like this. And then I do like this. See? Nailed it. There we go. See? It was effortless. Effortless, oh yeah. Speaking of N64, she's playing her N64. Fun fact, this is the last game that she would be alive in. The next game she was in was Donkey Kong 64, and she was a ghost.
R.I.P.
Yeah. But in the last game she was ever in, she got to play an N64, so that's pretty cool. R.I.P. Wrinkly Kong. That's literally her name.
Is it?
Yep, Wrinkly Kong. Yep, she hangs out at home and plays N64 with her banana birds. They never say what happened to her exactly. It's just understood that she died. But she's still totally there, just in ghost form. It's like one day if they decided to kill off Luigi, and Luigi's like, oh no, I'm still here in every way. I'm just a ghost now. It's like, alright. Cool. I don't think they ever say... canonically would happen there? No, this is Rareware we're talking about. So the death story of Wrinkly Kong can only go one of two directions. Either they went a totally goofy route, like, oh, she slipped on a banana peel, or they went with something dark, like she was, like, in a plane crash or something. It's Rareware. There's no in between. I think seeing the N64 represented in a Super Nintendo game is like one of the coolest console send-offs that one console could give to another. And then there's this one song from Mario Party 3. It kind of feels like the swan song for the N64 in a way. It's like the N64 like passing the torch. Like, yeah, it's time for the GameCube now. Not that many people cared about the GameCube, but they collected little blue presents. And I think it's really cool to see one console generation like acknowledge the other and kind of give you, they literally give each other that nod, like, yeah, what's up? How many bits you got? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's right. You cannot go in the water here. Nope. There is no water. Nope. Oh, no you don't. No. No. I see that barrel. I want the bonus. I want the bonus. Wait a minute. I could have sworn that was a bonus barrel. Hold. You know what? I don't care if I get hit. Just. Of course, now I don't care. Sure. Oh, that's right. I forgot how they teased the GameCube and Donkey Kong 64 with the dolphin reference. Oop. I remember when I first played Donkey Kong 64, and I thought, boy, that's pretty soon to tease the new console already. I mean, it'd only been... The N64 had only been out for 3 years, and here they are already teasing, like, oh, that's what the new one's gonna be called. Meanwhile, here's the Switch that's been out for 8 years. Switch 1. I love you, man, but I want 4K 60 frames a second like the other guys. I was selling 1080p when I worked at Radio Shack. Come on. Like, we don't... We've come a long way since 1080p. How many times... Am I going to get through this part with Kiddy Kong or no? I got to get the rhythm. We're seeing some lag there. That's not the Switch lagging for once. That's Super Nintendo lag. Oop. Where's that barrel? Give me that. It's been 500 years since Tweeterman. Don't worry, new video's public tomorrow. Now, what should we do for the Switch 2? Should we do an unboxing like the old days? You guys know I gotta put it to Patreon first because the Patreon peeps pay the YouTube bills.
Sammy should be in it too. That's also another thing.
Oh, that's right. Sammy, honestly, he should be in the Switch 2 unboxing because he hasn't been in a console unboxing for 2 generations now.
What do you think? Sammy's all for it. He just thinks he should get royalties.
Oh, speaking of Switch 2 unboxings, there was already an unboxing video that got leaked out by somebody that got ahead of time somehow on the internet. Because, you know, that always happens. And the Switch 2 has a day one patch out of the box. Basically, it requires you to connect it to the internet, and if it doesn't see that it's June 5th, it doesn't let you do anything with it yet. So this guy was probably all excited, like, oh, I got my Switch 2. Like, nah. Plus, that's... Even if you were to attempt to connect that to your Nintendo account already, that's a stupid thing to do. Because you are flagging yourself at Nintendo. You are saying, here I am logging in with the Switch 2, because they can see that. They see everything. So, especially because you have to pay to use Nintendo's online services, why are you going to do anything to get yourself banned? Just be patient, wait till next week, when using one won't get you in trouble by the Nintendo gods. Christmas time.
You wanna play some? You wanna play Switch 2? Come on, it's even worse.
Yeah, I gotta let this song play out. Hold on. And there's the Christmas cheat. Does that for every bonus room in the game. Why? Oh, because they could. Again, Christmas of '96. Did Mario 64 have a cheat code to make it Christmas time? No, it did not. So there you go. By the way, as of tomorrow, Splatoon as a franchise is 10 years old. What the F?
Wow.
Like, what the... I want to swear, because it's something that's genuinely worth a swear, but, like, I'm actually monetized. I'm trying to keep it that way. But... How do you suck up the dang water? Thank you. But yeah, tomorrow, Splatoon is 10. And Sammy was there playing it with me. Well, not on launch day. I got it, like, a few weeks after, but... Hey, I was thirsty for some good Wii U games. We all were. And I saw this, I don't know, Platoon whatever is getting good reviews and looks neat with the paint and stuff. And then I played it and I'm like, oh, great, yeah, this is awesome. Sorry, even there's something about that one particular frame with the ladybug looking at the screen, or the beetle. He's looking at the camera and he's like, bro, you really hit the first beetle in the first beginning of the bonus room? Like, I'm the first guy. Like, yeah, I know. That was not on purpose. Get the Beatles, 'cause it's Christmas time. I can't suck up the water here. Not that you need to, but I find that interesting. Can you see how long I've been subscribed? I don't know if I can see how long people have been subscribed for. What was I just saying on Twitter yesterday? Where, oh, it amazes me how many of my fans are too young for Y2K. Like, they weren't there for it. Like, they've read about it, heard of it, obviously, but they weren't there for it. Meanwhile, I feel old because, like, I remember it vividly. Like, I remember people freaking out about it. I remember, honestly, I know this is going to sound weird for those of you that weren't there, but I remember some people were kind of a little bummed that nothing happened, because it was like, oh, well, you said stuff was going to happen. It's like, well, did you want everything to blow up? Because the reason why stuff didn't blow up is because, well, we planned for it. You know, we saw it coming and we took care of it. That's why nothing happened.
There was just so much hype, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember, like, my mom and I purposely stayed up to midnight just to see if anything was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's why I stayed up too. And then I'm like, all right, I guess nothing's happening. I feel like even Nickelodeon was doing something till midnight at that night or something. They used to do stuff like that till midnight on New Year's. But there were a couple computer glitches here or there. Some computers, like a small handful in the entire world, did think it was the year 1900, but they didn't blow up because we had it under control. I need to sip my soda. But if you weren't there, it was a real thing. People thought. I'm not. This isn't hyperbole. People thought that nuclear warheads were going to take off. They thought like planes were just going to fall out of the sky. That all electricity was going to shut off at midnight. And first of all, how does that work? Considering all the different time zones in the world, whose midnight does it trigger on? I don't know. It sounds like wacky hyperbole, but that's what people were thinking. Now, obviously, I wasn't a full-grown adult at Y2K. I was 10 years old. I remember that specifically. I was 10. Pokemon. I had just kind of been introduced to Pokemon and Super Smash Brothers. That's where my focus was mostly. I was thinking more about Pokemon.
I'm recording another TV.
Okie dokie. I bet you he'll come with you. Oh, someone said they remembered the puppet. I still have Little Cat, the puppet. Obviously, I don't use him, but I still have him, so don't worry. He still exists. He's got a couple rips in him, though. It was a dollar store puppet. Literally. Specifically, I believe Dollar Tree.
Peace out, Pete.
Oh, God. See you, Winky. Who did what? Look who's talking.
Sammy, if you want a party, the party's in here.
You gotta keep feeding this fish. But you can't feed him the spiky things, or... What did I just say? Don't eat the spiky thing, you dope. He gets angry if you let him eat too many of the spiky things. Get away from the spiky thing. There. As long as he never turns like bright red, then he won't bite you. There. This is the calmest he can be now. Is there a bonus here? Yeah, there is. Give me that. I still do reviews on all sorts of consoles. Where you guys see the one that goes live tomorrow? Airboarder, if you're watching this. I don't know if he is, but that was a crazy console. And we went pretty deep into it. I think it's a 29-minute video that's going live tomorrow, if I remember correctly. It was a longer one. Yeah, as much as I would like to do a Switch 2 unboxing at midnight, like on YouTube for everybody live at the same time, I'm gonna follow the normal Patreon schedule. Dang it, the normal Patreon schedule that I do, because it's the Patreon peeps that pay the bills. It's because of Patreon I was able to get a new capture card. Remember, you can only make a living off of YouTube unless you're Mr. Beast. I think that's the rule. If you're not pulling in millions of views for blinking, you are not YouTube's golden child. Oof, I forgot how long this level is. I don't know which way to go. Oh. Alright, that was a dead end to begin with. What's the switch to? June 5th, next Thursday? I believe. I knew he was gonna eat the spiky thing. There, eat the fish. There you go. Don't eat the spiky thing. It's like this stupid fish is the equivalent of having a child, where it's like, don't put that in your mouth. Spit it out. Drop it. Drop it. Get that out of your mouth. What did I tell you? Hey, kids eat weird things. You know, I think I've told this story at least once before on stream, but when I was 5, I once ate paint by accident. And you're probably wondering, how do you eat paint by accident? Well, it was brown and I thought it was chocolate because I remember it very vividly.
This explains a lot of things.
It was so I remember we were about to do a painting type thing, and there were a bunch of peanut shells on the table, and the idea is like the peanut shells were going to be dipped in a shallow layer of brown paint, and then you know, you press it on the construction paper and it makes a nice little pattern. You know, it makes a pattern like a peanut shell. And before the activity officially began, I saw the stuff all on the table. Like, I saw the peanut shells, the paper, the paint, and 5-year-old brain didn't say, like, it didn't repeat the word paint, paint, paint. No, it was saying chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. So 5-year-old brain said, stick your finger in there and lick it because it's chocolate. Eat it, you moron. And I did, and I'll never forget what paint tasted like. And yeah, that was fun. Boss time. Hey, you know what? It was because of that, and for what it's worth, I never ate paint again after that. Like, I think before I did that, I think when I was 4, I one time touched an electric socket, never did it again after that. Why? Because it hurt like heck. I very well remember what it felt like touching it, and like, I didn't stick anything in the socket or anything. I wasn't that dumb, but, well, I was dumb enough. I touched it. But 4-year-old brain was like, you have to touch that electrical socket. It's probably not going to be fun, but you need to touch it. So I touched it, and it hurt. I learned things. No, no. I thought he was done doing his loop arounds. Paint tastes good. Hey, each their own. This is America. You can put whatever you want on your sandwich. I'm an old-fashioned American. I like my sandwiches oil-based. On canvas. This is where you guys really start hauling butt. America, paint on your sandwich. Nice. Yo, matte finish is good on whole wheat. Don't knock it till you try it. This is Tweeter Man telling you to eat paint. Don't eat paint. In fact, I'm just gonna say it one more time for really make sure that the point is don't eat paint. Unless you're a dumb kid and you need to know what it tastes like, then by all means, bon appetit. Alright, now it's your turn. Drop your embarrassing childhood stories in the chat below. Now everybody has to tell your most embarrassing story in the chat below, and it won't be immortalized on YouTube forever for all to see. Maybe. I muted the mic for a second. I'm like, I think I have to clear my throat and it's going to be like loud, but no, it was a yawn instead. No, I got hit by the Cheeto. You know, if you kind of analyze it just for a hot minute, right? Those little owls, they look like really nerdy little owls, right? Big, nerdy glasses, but they're little tiny things. But here they are carrying these giant cannons that have these unlimited supplies of ammunition. And what do they shoot? They shoot these, like, molten lava rocks. They might be the toughest enemy in the entire Donkey Kong series. They're a little scrawny, nerdy little owl kid that has an infinite supply of molten rock balls. He should just be the final boss. What's K. Rool thinking? You guys remember in the late 2000s when Cheetos, for a limited time, they had those asteroids or those big Cheeto puff balls? And you'd get them in like a 3-pack because the ball itself was like the size of a Jawbreaker candy. Anybody else remember those? I forget what they were called exactly, but I don't remember them being particularly good because the problem with them was because it's such a big cheese ball. Well, think of a Cheeto, right? They don't put the cheese filling, the cheese flavor on the inside. It's only on the outside with the dust. So with a big cheese ball, by the time the outside is eaten and gone, now you're just left with a dry, flavorless styrofoam thing. It's totally flavorless. And it's just, yeah. It's a cool idea in theory. Like, oh, really, really, really big Cheetos, but and in reality, it doesn't work like you thought it does, because they did, in fact, try it. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just like, everybody dropped embarrassing childhood memories in the comments. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ooh, another coin. That guitar strum. Wow. Oh god, it's the molten lava owls. They're working together. They've learned teamwork. Oh, no, okay. I lied. This guy's the most dangerous enemy in the entire Donkey Kong Country franchise. Because he can shoot triple shots in one go. He's got like a semi-automatic. A semi-automatic of molten lava rocks. This boy's prepared. I'm thinking Christmas time with molten lava balls attacking us. Ow, they're hot. It's third-degree burns. It's third-degree burns. This reminds me of the Santa from Futurama, where everybody's on the naughty list. Santa Bot. I kind of want to try those, the really big cheese balls that failed again, just for nostalgia's sake. No, you're not supposed to hit me. Stop it. You're supposed to let me get this thing. I'll burp. No, stop it. I can't even. There we go. Thank you. Oh my god. They're working in unison. Oh my jeez. My jeez. My cheese. My giant cheese balls. Nope. We want Kitty back. They've learned teamwork. Oh god. Ah, I thought I could cheese it. Nope. No pun intended. Alright, I swear. Hold on. I bet I can... Nailed it. I think... Night Freak, that might be part of the problem. I don't think Futurama was a kid show. Futurama thrives on more dark humor than we remember, I think. That's why I like it. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to an hour tonight for our stream and then call it a night. Or maybe we'll finish this world off or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the item he needs yet, so next. Save state. Do 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 do. Like, oh yeah, I'm not saying a kid can't watch Futurama. I'm just saying you're not the target audience, if that's the case. You know what's funny? I actually remember seeing ads for Futurama in TV Guide of all places, because, you know, again, this shows my age, but anyone else remember TV Guides? But anywho, as a kid, my parents really liked the TV Guide. You know, they always had to make sure they had it, so usually be in, like, the bathroom or something. And I remember one time, like, specifically, I was sitting on the toilet, and I was looking at the TV Guide, and I saw an ad. It was a full cover ad for this new show coming to TV called Futurama. And I remember specifically seeing, like, Leela, Bender, and Fry on the cover and thinking, this show looks dumb. But I was also a 10-year-old kid, so it wasn't made for me. Then, of course, I became an adult, and I realized, wow, this show's funny. I have a huge respect for stop-motion animation, and that's a real dedication to the art. Oh my god, I can't button. I don't know what button. So button, I can't button. Why would I button? Who knows? What? I was supposed to hit all of them? Doesn't even have anything to do with Christmas. 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 There's Christmas. Is Robot Chicken, like, finally Like, did they finally stop making new episodes, or are they still making new episodes? I saw the new season of Futurama on Hulu recently. Was it season 12? And it was fine. Yeah, why would you? Oh my god. Wow, thank you. They stopped a while ago, okay. Sorry, the $10 threw me off guard. Thank you. That's... I never know what to say when someone gives me, like, a large donation. Like, I don't know what to say. I could be, like, Darkside Phil. That's the guy where people send him, like, $50 and he'll flat out tell him, like, it's not enough money. Like, Jesus, man. Oh, he gives people, like, full-on pity parties. Like, oh, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. The dude makes, like, $100K a year. He's fine. Don't worry, I'll never be, a Darkside Phil unless it's, unless it's, like, specifically for a bit. They're having one last season, apparently. Oh, wow. Did anybody ever see the last episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force? That was a heck of a way to end the show. Good for Meatwad. That's all I'm going to say. I won't spoil anything, but there haven't been any in years. Well, that's cool if they're doing like a one last hurrah kind of thing. Like, I could imagine after doing stop motion animation for 20 years, eventually you probably want to stop. Okay, you guys hear the music for this level, right? You hear the theme. It's not cheery, you know. It's a serious tone, you know. Now, in the Game Boy Advance release of this game, they totally redid the soundtrack, which most people know. But if you hear the song that is now in this level, it does not fit at all. You guys remember the meme format for YouTube poops, where it was like, so-and-so does this while I play unfitting music. Remember that meme template? Well, like, if you play the Game Boy Advance version of this, it's like, Dixie and Kitty get chased by a giant saw while I play unfitting music. Because the music is like, bing, doing, bing, bing, ding, boing, ding, ding. Like, it's super cheery and boingy. It's not appropriate at all, and it just feels very off. Holy crap, another $10. Thank you. Jeez. They had a live stream where you could fax some petitions, bring pictures. Okay, that's a hilarious live stream. That's totally an Adult Swim thing to do. But who's the what's that voice actor that recently died? He did Space Ghost Coast to Coast. What was his name? Was it Mark something? Why do I want to say it was Mark something? You know, he did Space Ghost, and he kind of talked like this. You know, he's behind the desk. George Lowe, that's it. George Lowe. Freaking funny guy. That was... Oh, my God. Shortly after he died, Adult Swim did this thing where they went like 2 or 3 weeks straight where they just played episodes of Space Ghost on loop for free right on their YouTube channel. Like, no questions asked, no advertisements. It was just 24/7 Space Ghost. There were a lot of stars on that show, too, that did guest appearances. Like, holy crap. Yeah, I was definitely too young for that show when it came out. Like, when that show came out, the stuff that made me laugh was SpongeBob SquarePants. But, you know what? I know I didn't have a barrel, but I'm just gonna go through that B anyway, so I can get the bonus barrel. Family friend of yours. Your dad was good friend. Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's an awesome story, man. To be honest, now I feel kind of, I feel a little more bad that I didn't know his name right away. I don't know why I wanted to say Mark. I feel bad that I didn't know his name. But, dude, small world. Isn't that something? That right there is one of my favorite bonus rooms in the entire game, by the way. Because you're just invincible the whole time riding the saw up the tree. He used to wear a Space Ghost costume. Dude. Dude. That is cool. Okay, whatever you're supposed to do to get to him, I think I missed my boat. Or did I? Dude, that is... You're over here sending me tips. Meanwhile, you're the one with the cool stories like, oh yeah, my dad was friends with George Lowe. He was a family friend. That is so cool, man. Okay, whatever that secret is, I'm not gonna get to it, so... Sorry, I was taking a sip of water. Can you imagine if you got those pictures in like a photo album of yours and someone else is looking at your family photo album? It's like, wow, this guy dressed up as, what's that guy that George Lowe plays? Boy, it's funny, huh? And you're just like, oh no, it's actually George Lowe. And it's like, hi, you're funny. No, it is actually him though. Like, the voice actor and comedian, it is actually him. That's cool. Dad worked for Turner Broadcasting in the 90s. That's how they met. Oh, wow. That is cool. That's really cool, man. I think what makes those stories, when you hear about them, what makes them so cool is, you know, you obviously I'm already a fan of George Lowe's. Like, I thought Space Ghost was hilarious, and I know I've heard him voice act and other stuff. Like, he's one of those voices, you hear his voice and you know it. So, you know, you could already be a fan of him because he does funny stuff. Then you find out, like, oh, in real life he's actually a really cool dude. It's like, that is so cool. Like, I know, maybe, like, sometimes you don't... Sometimes it's hard to remember that they're just real people, you know? Because they're real people. But when you hear that they're genuinely a nice person, instead of, you know, a douche, it's just, it's a nice, it's a good feel-good story. To quote Marge Simpson, I just think it's neat. Okay, see ya. I'm guessing I get the spider sometime soon? I own an unhealthy amount of Ed, Edd and Eddy. Dude. You have Ed and Eddy cells? I've been quoting Ed and Eddy rent-free in my head for over 20 years. That is so cool. How many do you have and how much do you want for them? No, God, no. I buy enough collectibles. I don't need any more. I'm trying to place webs to get myself out of here. You met the voice of Eddie back in December. Dude! Man, you guys are meeting the coolest people. I've told this story before, but I think I lost it to time. But I once had a voicemail from the voice actor for Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because my sister was actually working at a con that he was at, and I couldn't be there, so she got him to actually call me with the voicemail. And I remember it because I listened to it so many times. I wish I still had it, but it was a voicemail of him being like, "Yeah, it's me. I did the voice of Courage, and if you don't believe me," and then like his voice changes to Courage's voice. He's like, "Do you know anyone else that ever talked like this?" I'm like, "No way." Man, it's too bad that voicemail is long gone. I thought I had it saved, but you switch phones so many times and it gets lost in the shuffle when your files get moved over. It's fine. I still hear it in my head. Don't say that to a doctor. No. I didn't expect that to... No! I couldn't remember if there was a pit underneath me. Can I say, too, like, the way Ed and Eddie ended, like, the straight-to-TV movie they did, the hour-long whatever, that was, like, the best way to end a series. Like, they wrapped up so many things. They actually showed Eddie's brother. Like, they always talked about him, and then... I just feel like it wrapped up stuff really nice. I feel like I don't want to go down this way. I feel like I'm going backwards. I'm going to go this way first. But... Man, I wish I had that dang voicemail. Yeah, there's, Wait a minute. So if this way is that, and the other way had a checkpoint, so which way am I supposed to go? Is the checkpoint way a dead end? Do I hit the checkpoint and then come back? Whoa. Oh. Well, I turned off the dynamite too. That helped. Wee. That was fun. Okay. That way was more fun than the first way I did it. Eh. I wonder if I got that... I got a folder of voice memos in my phone that I recently found. There's a good chunk of them. And I haven't gone through them yet. I wonder if his voicemail is in there. After I finish this level, I'm legitimately going to check live on stream. And if I find it, I'm going to play it for you guys. Luckily, I don't think the voicemail had any like identifying information like where the con was, so I'll listen to it first, obviously, to make sure I'm not like doxing myself by playing a voicemail. This is the internet, don't you know? Oh, huh? Dead end? No, okay. Oh god. Go. Go, 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 go. I did not expect that extra life to be there. That was purely a bonus. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Wee. Oh. 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 There we go. Yeah, I did play the voicemail on the live stream like 5 years ago. It was a long, long time ago. Low G Labyrinth. Alright. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just gonna mute my mic. Bear with me. I think I found it. Hold on. Okay. I'm glad I found it. I still have it. And, so that's when that was. That makes sense time-wise. Okay. Here you go, guys. You ready?
Hey, Ian, this is Marty Grabstein. I think you should probably know my name because of the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog. And just in case you didn't believe me, just listen to this voice. Do you know anybody who talks like this? So I just wanted to say hello to you. And even though I can't talk to you in person, I feel that this message will go a long way. And your sister is really a good lady for making sure you got this connection. All right, man. Have a good day, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'll make sure to keep that forever. So it is, it's from 6 years ago, so it does have that, cell phone compression. This was really back in the days of iPhone versus Android, so yeah, stuff wasn't high quality if you didn't have the same device. But so the audio quality compression is high, but or I should say the audio compression is high, but it's totally him. Oh, that voicemail did go a long way because I still have it. Obviously, I'm glad I still have it, and I will make sure I never, ever get rid of it. I might as well finish this world off because I think it's just this level and then the boss fight. So we'll do that and then wrap up the stream. But yeah. No, what happened is like I was the context was like I was supposed to meet her there for the con as well, but like stuff came up, I couldn't make it, and she felt bad. I felt worse, I think. But she made sure I got that voicemail instead, so that was awesome. I think that's another reason why I kept it too. It's like even though I couldn't make it, she still made sure I got that. Thanks, man. Yeah, I found that because I'd always thought I'd saved it from my visual voicemail app, and it turned out I did, and it was in a visual voicemail folder. But the visual voicemail app I currently use it didn't see the folder because a different app made the folder, years ago. So I thought it was lost, when in reality it was just in a different folder. So yeah, that voicemail absolutely went a long way because I still listen to it, and I still brag about it. That's sometimes, it's cool. How do I get up there? Oh, do I have to... I wonder if I have to do this. Hold on. There we go. No, like I was saying before, it's just cool to see cool people that you look up to. It's nice when they turn out to be genuinely cool people. Because sometimes that happens, you know, you idolize somebody and, I don't know, you meet them at a meet and greet or something, and it turns out they're a total, like, D-bag. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me personally, thankfully, yet. But... This purple squawks, he can't shoot coconuts, but I can pick up the barrels with my little feet. And roll it slowly. Hold on. Is it gonna respawn? He's not respawning. No! Give me that. Oh my god, I love the way he did that voicemail. Do you know anyone that talks like that? No, I don't. I do not. I wonder if it was Courage the Cowardly Dog that I was watching when I won the Cyberco from the Cartoon Friday sweepstakes. I wonder what cartoon was on. Would it have been Courage? I don't think it was Cow and Chicken. Because even by 99... what was that, 2000? By 2000, Cow and Chicken was considered old. That was considered like a retro Cartoon Network show. But they would still show it sometimes. It would have either been that, or it would have been Powerpuff Girls, or it would have been Ed, Edd n Eddy, or it would have been Dexter's Laboratory. It would have been one of those four, I would guess. I mean, like, yeah, I can get they have bad days sometimes. I don't know, he always seemed alright, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn out that he's, you know, a D-bag in real life. That would be a genuine bummer. Because I love this, you know, Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, Fry from Futurama. I love the work he does. In Akron, you know, I think what it is just some people just have grumpy faces by default. You know, RBF. Oops. I think some people genuinely just have RBF and they can't help it. Sometimes I feel like I have a tiny bit of RBF and I get like self-conscious about it. I don't know. And I'll like try to make genuine efforts to make sure, like, if someone's talking to me, that I don't look like I have any like RBF, because I'm not trying to. But that's also my social anxiety, which just amplifies everything. Stupid bird. Great. I hate the levels where I only get... Oh! Somebody had a palette glitch. No! Stop it. You're just mad because your palette's wrong, okay? Look, it loaded the wrong palette. That's not my fault. Push me over the edge because you used the wrong palette. Stupid butt. I feel like this just got kind of maze-like. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. The answer was yes. I can't imagine the Switch 2 is going to have a fate like the Wii U. The Wii U had everything wrong going for it. It had no third-party support. People didn't want the hardware because they didn't even know what they were buying. They thought they were buying a $300 accessory for the Wii. So they weren't even clear on what it was. Where the Switch 2, it's like, yeah, this is clearly a generational upgrade. I think the hybrid console idea that really started off with the Switch 1, I think that form factor is really going to be what's here to stay for a long time. I think that's the tried and true, like, sell out day one console experience these days. Have something hybrid. You can play it portable and on your TV without sacrificing specs, mostly. No, I got barbecued. And yeah, I rewind, so meh. No, because my reasoning, this is what I tell myself so I can sleep at night, and it honestly helps. No, I have beaten this game 100% on console. In fact, I changed the battery in the cartridge that I 100%ed. You know, to make sure it was saving properly and all that. So no, I've done my time with this game. Hey, I 100%ed Donkey Kong 64 on actual hardware. That is one of the only games ever, if maybe the only game ever, that has ever made me break a controller in real life. I actually broke an N64 controller doing the dang Beaver Bother minigame. Anybody who plays Donkey Kong 64 knows Beaver Bother, and the controls are so terrible. Yeah, that actually had me break my controller. I threw it on the ground, and I remember I threw it on the ground, and the controller had like this burning smell. No lie, it had a burning smell for a good minute or two. And I was obviously worried because you don't want your electronics to have a burning smell that's typically not good for them. It usually means not good things. But the controller never stopped working. Unlike the hovercraft, I'm stuck on the rocks. Yeah, the controller never stopped working. To this day, it still works. I took the controller apart once, and there were no burn marks on the inside, but there was a tiny little resistor that fell out of it. I don't know if it was a 0-ohm resistor or what, but it was a very tiny thing. And I'm guessing that disconnecting is what made the burning smell, because maybe it shorted something. I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't vital to operation because the controller still works, but what about the N64 Donkey Kong Arcade Coin? No, I 100%... Well, what is the true 100% for that game? Was it like 103%? Whatever the true full completion is of Donkey Kong 64, I did it. I got all the secret collectibles. I did all the banana bird things. No, I did it all. And I can I can say that with confidence and with some relief as well, knowing that, like, oh, thank God, I don't have to tackle that game on my bucket list at some point, because I did. I'm good. But, yeah. I can't believe I didn't think about it that much when I 100%ed Donkey Kong 64, because it was like 10 years ago, I think, by this point. And I didn't really think about it at the time, but yeah, the game really just has you going through the same levels 5 times to go to the same places 5 times to collect different bananas 5 times and coins and medals, and that's all it is. It is like the world's biggest collectathon. Music was good, though. Music was really good. But when you think about it, I guess logistically, you really sit and think about it. You're like, that's really all the meat and potatoes. It was just go get the purple bananas, and then you go get the blue bananas, and then you go get the red bananas, and then you go get the green bananas, and then you go get the yellow bananas, and then, oh, banana, you know. And you do that for like 40 hours, and then you've completed the game. um, I don't know. I just feel like Donkey Kong 64 didn't age as gracefully as maybe like Banjo and Kazooie and Banjo Tooie did. Now, don't get me wrong, like those games were collectathons. Absolutely, those two games were collectathons, but I think DK64 went a little obnoxious with it. I don't know if they did it on purpose, like tongue in cheek, or it was like by accident, but no, Donkey Kong 64 went overboard. Yeah. Where was I even going with that? That was just was that just a rant on how video games like used to be? God, hold on. You know, guys, because video games used to be a certain way, and our video games, you know, there was no updates and DLC. No, you bought or rented, right? Rented. You either bought or rented the cartridge or CD. You brought it home, and that was it. You didn't have to download nothing. That was your whole game right there. You didn't have to do anything else. All the work was done. There we go. I got that off my chest. Randomly sounding old. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining tonight. It was fun hanging out with you guys as always. Yeah, there were a lot of Game Shark rumors as a kid on the N64 in particular. I remember using it for Pokemon as well. I mean, I could go on and on. But yeah, so the new video will be public for everybody tomorrow, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, it'll be a 30-minute video, so yeah, it was a fun one. All right, guys.